The origins of the narcissist, the sad story of Narcissus and Echo. Long ago in the lands of Thespia, a city located in central Greece, a handsome young prince was born. The boy's name was Narcissus. He was the son of the river god Cephasus and the nymph Liriope. The child was blessed with the beauty of the gods. Following the birth of her baby, Liriope brought the child before the blind seer Tiresias. He foretold that the boy would lead a life of longevity, so long as he does not see his own reflection. She was shocked to hear this, but heeded the words of the wise prophet and went on to raise the prince with extreme caution. For years she ensured there was nothing in his vicinity to cast a reflection, and he grew to become the most beautiful youth. Many believed him to be mirrored of the gods. He went on to break the hearts of all those who wished to become his suitor. One by one he rejected them all, and he did so in the cruelest manner. And then one day he encountered the beautiful mountain nymph Echo. Echo was a nymph who had been cursed by the great goddess Hera. One day Zeus was down on earth having an affair when his wife grew suspicious of his whereabouts. She flew down from the heavens in search of her husband, the Lord of Thunder, but was quickly greeted by Echo and distracted by her pointless stories. Zeus was able to evade her watchful eye due to the aid of his companion and escaped back to Mount Olympus, but Echo was not so lucky. Hera caught on to the role she had played in aiding her husband, and for this she would be punished. The powerful goddess cursed the nymph with the inability to speak her own thoughts. She could only repeat the last words spoken by others, becoming what we now refer to as an echo. She wandered hopelessly through the mountains and woods until one day she stumbled upon the most beautiful young boy, and his name was Narcissus. Deeply saddened that she could not speak the words that she felt, she decided to follow the boy and his entourage through the woods. One day the prince became separated from his companions and began to call out, "Who is here?" And a voice whispered back, "Here." Still not seeing who answered his call, Narcissus called out once more, "Avoid me not, and let us come together." Echo saw this as an invitation and leaped out of the woods and wrapped her arms around him. But when the prince saw who was latching onto him, he tossed her aside, saying he'd rather die than have her caress him. Echo was crushed by the cruel rejection and sadly went on wandering hopelessly. It's said that she was so heartbroken that she withered away until bones became dust, and all that remained was her echo on the mountainside. Narcissus and his self-loathing behaviors had not gone unnoticed, however. Nemesis, the goddess of retribution, was angered by the prince's vanity and decided he would pay the ultimate price for his disregard of others. One hot day, he was adventuring in the woods and came across a silver fountain. It had been placed there by Nemesis as a trap for the prince. She knew that when he saw it, he could not help but drink from it, and when he did, his fate would be sealed when he saw his own reflection. He approached the fountain and leaned over to take a drink, and as he did, he saw the most beautiful young man in the reflection in the water. He instantly fell in love and tried desperately to kiss, touch, and caress him. He tried everything but was unable to reach the handsome lad. He knew his love was being reciprocated because every time he reached out to hug or kiss the boy, he too reached out for him. But no matter what they did, they could not feel each other's touch. For the first and last time ever in his life, Narcissus had fallen in love. Unfortunately for him, he had been lured into the trap by the goddess of retribution, and his fate was sealed the moment he had laid eyes upon his own reflection. And as the wise seer had foretold, the prince's life would be cut short if he saw his own image. And so it was. Narcissus had been fooled into falling in love with the image of himself. After many failed attempts to reach the beautiful boy in the glassy water, he gave up hope. His love for him burned inside him until that internal fire became an inferno and Narcissus became consumed by the flames. And in his dying breath, he yelled out, "O marvelous boy, I loved you in vain. Farewell." Nearby in the woods, the spirit of Echo watched the boy she loved being devoured by the flames, and when she heard his final words, all she could say was farewell. And when the flames were through, turning flesh into dust, and nothing remained of the handsome young prince, a beautiful yellow flower sprouted up from the ground, right where his body had lay. And that flower was the Narcissus daffodil. And still to this day it's called by that name. It's not quite clear what came first, the flower or the legend, but one thing for certain is they're both forever entwined together in time. And that's the sad story of Narcissus and Echo and the origins of the narcissist. I'm the Rogue Baron. Thanks for watching.